everyone, Mitch coming in from the Command Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, it is absolutely absurd that these cards are each less than $2. Let's jump into them. First up, Scepter of Celebration is a game-changing card. Okay, it is not a game-changer, alright? I'm not saying that, but it is a card that most definitely can change a game when it is played. It's an equipment for 3 mana in green. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. On top of that, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens, and it's got an equip cost of 3. Basically, this is a card that not only can pump whatever creature it is on and help get that damage through, again, for a creature that might not be evasive, might not have any way to get damage through if it's just chump blocked. Now, all of a sudden, that creature can't be chump blocked, but of course, it allows you to go tall, but now go wide at the exact same time. Because when that creature is hitting, you are making a massive army, a giant army. Of course, this pairs incredibly well with things like Double Strike or other forms of evasion to just make sure that creature gets fully through, or of course other pump effects too. But yeah, if you've got any kind of a Voltron strategy, any kind of a Stompy strategy, any kind of a strategy that already is going to have some big creatures up there, but might want to now change it up a little bit so that you have the option to go wide when you can, yeah, this is a massive card. Pick it up. Perhaps one of the most ridiculous cards ever made, Planar Bridge, is a very cool card. $1.89 right now, and I guess I should have mentioned that all these cards you can find in the description below. There's a card list link. Pick them up from there. And let your artifact for 6, pay 8 taps, search alive for a permanent card, put it right on the battlefield, then shuffle. Yeah, this is pretty insane. This goes, hey, you know what? All right, let's just skip the whole, having to draw things, having to, pay for them, essentially. No. We're just going to go, okay, pay this 8 mana, which is a good amount, yes. But obviously, we're in Commander. We've got plenty of ways to ramp. You're just going to go look through your deck and get whatever you want, and then just throw that into play. Okay, yeah, whatever situation you're in, breaking timing restrictions, just go get whatever you need, put it right into play, and win from there. Yeah, this obviously can be a combo enabler, or just go get your biggest, beefiest creature, your Blightsteel Colossus, throw on the battlefield, and win. Moving on, Unsettled Mariner is such a good card for so many decks out there. Basically, are you in a Lord's Tribal deck? Yes, cool. Or are you just in a general tribal deck? Yes, cool. Good, all right. 2/2, Shapeshifter with Changeling for 2 mana in Azorius. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. Basically, Ward 1, essentially, before Ward was actually really a thing. So this gives all of your creatures, all of your things, everything you've got, Ward 1, which is so nice. And of course, this is also just every single creature type, which is very, very nice. Just every single creature type, so again, it can just slot into any deck out there that's, elves, or I guess elves typically aren't these colors, but sure, an elf deck that maybe is 5 color could utilize it. Elves or birds or whatever you are utilizing, this is that, and it protects all your things. Moving on, right on the money at $2, we've got Carpet of Flowers, an enchantment for a single green mana at the beginning of each of your main phases, not just your first main phase, each of your main phases. Well, if you haven't added mana with this ability this turn. So yeah, it doesn't let you kind of get around that. It's worded in a weird way, but it's basically, hey, either one of your main phases, you pick which one it is. You may add X mana of any one color, X number of islands target opponent controls. Basically, on one of your main phases, you are getting a big burst of mana, depending on how many islands a player controls. Now, is it a little bit of a risky card to utilize? Sure, in a way. That being said, blue is definitely one of the most popular colors to be used in Commander. Islands are OP, as players say out there, because blue is just a very, very powerful color. And of course, in the chances that you are playing against someone who is playing mono blue or maybe 2 color, you're going to be getting an absurd amount of value out of this, even if you're just getting, again, each turn, 2 or 3 mana out of this. That is still a great burst of mana, again, for just a single mana enchantment that goes down early in the game. Again, this can be great for an enchanter strategy, for one that likes to store up mana, for a big mana strategy. You can do a lot of things with this. Speaking of mana and a lot of things to do with it, well, Crypt with Right. Yeah, you got a lot of mana there. $2 for this one right now. An absolute steal for this card. Enchant for 2 mana in green. Creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Now, Here's the thing. Every single one of your creatures now is a mana dork. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. Yeah, your Gigantosaurus, also a mana dork. Just, 10-10 going like, okay, it's mana time. Boop. Yeah, you're able to generate insane amounts of mana with this. Again, your opponents might think, okay, that player, they are being taken care of right now. They're fine, all right? They're not too, oh, wait, okay, their army of like 10 tokens now all can just tap for mana. Okay, I'm in trouble now. Yeah, being able to just go, okay, my entire team is now a mana source for me, can just double up your mana out of nowhere. And of course, there's some absolutely insane and broken things you can do with this when it comes to untap effects as well. Yeah, turning all your creatures into Mandorks is incredibly powerful. Pick it up. Moving on, trade routes. I love this card. And this is one of those types of cards that if it was worded in a slightly different way, or if it had like less text on it, it would see even more play. It's in for 2 mana in blue. It has pay 1, return target land you control back to its owner's hand. Pay 1, discard a land card from your hand, draw a card. Here's the thing. This is just like, oh, okay, hey, all your lands have cycling for 1, which is absurd, which is insane, because typically when it comes to dead cards in your hand, usually that ends up being lands toward the end of the game, and you're like, oh, okay, heart of the cards, Yu-Gi-Oh style, gotta top deck a card. Oh, it's a land, I lose. This goes, okay, no, all right, get rid of that, Oh, perfect, the great card that I needed to win the game, cool, I did it. Yeah, being able to, later in the game, I mean, early in the game it can be great for you as well, but later in the game go, okay, no, yes, no, yes. Being able to just discard those cards, being able to get rid of some of your own lands if you need to, again, to actually just keep churning through your deck, or again, for a landfall style deck, being able to go, bounce land back to my hand so I can replay it so I get my landfall triggers again, good for me. Yeah, this card can do so much work for you. It's not just for landfall decks, but it's very good for those decks, obviously. But of course, again, just being able to basically cycle your lands, that is huge. And speaking of huge enchantments for lands, Undergrowth Recon at $1.91 right now, enchantment for 3 mana in green. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Now, here's the thing. Is this for every deck? No, most definitely not. Like, this is definitely not for every deck. If you don't have lands that are going to hit your graveyard, then why would you utilize this? That being said, if you are playing, let's just say, a decent amount of fetch lands or lands that you sacrifice, but yeah, and generally, like, fetch lands, like if you're running, like, Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, Escape Tunnel, like, all of those, plus maybe, some of the actual fetch lands too, or just other ones that, like Mirrored Landscape you can sacrifice. Yeah, this can be an amazing way to just ensure that you're hitting every single land drop throughout the game. Again, you just have one Evolving Wilds plus this. All of a sudden, you're like, oh yeah, hit a land drop with this. Hit a land drop with this. Hit a land drop with this. It's not even a land drop, really. It's actually like an extra land in the turn, because if you already have a land in your hand, you're playing that too. But basically, you're ramping 1 every single turn. All you need is 1 land in your graveyard, again, that is a fetch land, and you are good to go. It's absolutely crazy, absolutely insane, a crazy good card. Yeah, if you've got a lot of fetch lands in your deck, or a lot of lands that end up hitting your graveyard, or just like a self-mill deck, pick this one up. Moving on to the sequel to Meat Hook Massacre, Meat Hook Massacre 2. Legendary enchantment for XX, black. Yeah, basically a lot of mana right there, but well worth it, because this does so much for you. Enters, each player sacrifices X creatures, so already you can make it so that players are going to be in a lot of pain when you play this. On top of that, whenever a creature you control dies, you may pay 3 life. If you do return that card onto your control, they finality counter on it. If a creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 3 life. If they don't, turn that card under your control, they finality counter on it. So basically what's happening with this one is, yeah, even if you're not playing this one, with the actual, mana into the X's, you're okay, because this already has absurd effects for you. Again, being able to go, oh, I pay 3 life and my creature just comes back. Sure, the finality counter on it, so it can't just stay around forever, but still, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, and by the way, your opponents, if they don't pay 3 life for their creatures, you get them as well. This is absolutely crazy, absolutely insane. And of course, yeah, again, a mini Wrath when you need it, essentially, with that ETB. A very good card. Pick it up. Let's keep going, though, with Rishkar's Expertise. Yeah, it's hard to argue against this one when it comes to massive card draw. I mean, again, green gets all the good things, and they get good card draw, and they get some of the best card draw, because, well, there is a slight restriction with this, but it's not really that much of a restriction if you're in a green deck. Sorcery for 6 mana in green. Draw cards with the greatest power among creatures you control. Yeah, I mean, again, greatest power among creatures you control, that is just kind of like, oh, my commander has 6 power. Cool, I pay 6 mana to draw 6 cards. Yeah, it's great for me. Or again, for some commanders, it's like, oh, 10. Or again, not just even commanders, but like a stompy strategy. Oh, yeah, okay, like 10 from my, Gigantosaurus. Or again, if you've got a Galta deck, sure, 12, whatever it is. But also, by the way, on top of that, hey, you may cast a spell with mana value 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So it's like you get an additional spell for free on top of the amount of massive draw that you are getting with this. So you might draw into something you actually want to play with this, too. It is an insane draw effect. Pick it up. Next up, one of the most effective alternative win conditions in Commander, Approach of the Second Sun, a sorcery for 7 mana in white. If it was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach the Second Sun this game, you win the game! Otherwise, put Approach the Second Sun into its own library, 7 from the top, and you gain 7 life. Yeah, this is one of those cards where it kind of is like, alright, turtle strategy, let's go. Yeah, being able to just, turtle up in Commander and go like, alright, I'm just going to do my own thing, you do your own thing, and all of a sudden I win because I played this twice, good for me. This is a card where, again, you are controlling the board. You are controlling the game. You are making it so that your opponents can't stop you from doing this. You're making it so that you can play this and then maybe draw back into it. It's not really a combo, but it's like all in one, just I play this spell twice and I win. Good for me. It is a card that works so well in certain strategies out there that it is really hard to stop. Again, if you've got a control strategy, you can protect yourself with this, you're going to be having a great time. Next up, one of the most absurd tutors of all time, and I love it. Yeah, this was in one of my very first decks, I believe, on this channel. I think it was in my Joda deck to start off with. But yeah, this card, Conflux, is still absolutely amazing. $1.99 right now, right underneath that threshold. Sorcery for 8 mana in total in Wooburg, the best color combination. Search life for a white card, a blue card, a black card, a red card, and a green card. Reveal those cards, put them in your hand, then shuffle your library. Yeah, basically 8 mana. Yeah, which is a lot. It is a lot of mana for a tutor. Absolutely it is. That being said, it is tutor for 5 cards. It's go get 5 cards. If you can't win the game when you tutor for those 5 cards, what are you doing? I mean, I'm not saying like that same turn, right? Like with Joda, you might be able to because it only costs you 5 mana to cast this with Joda, the original Joda. But still, yeah, if you can't win the game next turn, what are you doing? I mean, go get the exact cards that you need. Again, and players might think that this is definitely like a bit restrictive on what you can go get. But again, keep in mind with like multicolor cards, like there's a lot of crossover on what colors they are, right? So you can go pick and choose exactly what you need. Now, I will say, please, if you are going to play this card, make sure you know your deck. Make sure you know your cards. Don't take 20 minutes to search through your deck and be like, this is the perfect white card for my... Wait, no. There's another one in here. I know there is. Oh, no. Okay, oh, wait, no. This one. Okay, all right. That one over here. All right, now I need to go get a red card. All right, let me take 10 more minutes to do that. No, please. If you're going to play this card, know your deck. Know the cards in it. It is an amazing tutor. Pick it up. And finally, speaking of amazing tutors, Urza's Cave. Actually, ironically, it kind of works very well with a certain enchantment we talked about earlier with Undergrowth Recon. It's land, Urza's Cave. It's kind of funny when it's like, the name is Urza's Cave, and it's also Urza's Cave. Cool. Taps for a colorless, pay 3 taps, sacrifice Urza's Cave, search life for a land card from the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Yeah, this is pretty insane. This is literally a land tutor on a land. Just a land tutor on a land. Go get whatever land you need, any land you need. Yeah, it comes into play, tap, sure. But again, is it a combo land? Okay, cool. Go get that combo land. Dark Depths, whatever it's going to be. Is it Gaia's Cradle? Just overpowering amounts of mana? Cool, go get that. Is it, that opponent's got an absurd graveyard right now and I need to get rid of it? Okay, Bajuka Bog? It could be that. Is it just Command Tower because I need to fix my mana? Sure, it's Command Tower. Whatever it's going to be, this is literally any land in your deck, and it's a tutor that comes on a land, so it doesn't take up a spot in your deck, and you can also utilize it right away. Again, it is one that comes into play, and you can just say, I pay 3, I tap, I sacrifice, go get the land I need. Absolutely crazy. Such a good land. Again, combos, again, just overpowered land generator. It's crazy good. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on this one. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.